Have you ever kicked off your shoes at the end of the day and stared at your feet thinking, what happened to my ankles? Maybe your socks carve deep lines into your skin. Your rings feel suddenly tight, or your legs feel heavy and stiff just walking to the kitchen. A lot of people shrug it off as age, weak veins, or blame their heart and kidneys right away. But in many cases, there's a quieter, fixable trigger that almost nobody talks about: a mineral imbalance, where your body is drowning in sodium and starving for potassium. Modern processed food loads you with hidden salt, while barely giving you the potassium your cells need to move extra fluid out of your tissues instead of trapping it in your legs, hands, and face.
In this video, we're going to walk through 8 potassium-rich foods
that can gently support your body's natural ability to release trapped fluid and ease that heavy, puffy feeling, ranked from nice to have all the way to why did nobody tell me this sooner?
One of them is a simple everyday food, and most people eat the wrong way and literally throw the most powerful part into the trash.
Another isn't a fruit or a vegetable at all, yet its potassium content can quietly rival some supplements if you use it correctly. Before we dive in, tell me this. Do you notice more swelling after sitting for long hours, after salty meals, or on hot, humid days? And honestly, do you have any idea how much potassium you get from real food in a normal day? Let me know in the comments below. We actually read through them and reply with simple, practical tips whenever we can. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to feel less alone. Now, let's start our countdown with a tiny, crunchy seed that can quietly start shifting your mineral balance in the right direction. Number 8, pumpkin seeds. Tiny, crunchy, and usually treated as a throwaway, pumpkin seeds are one of the easiest ways to sneak more potassium into your day without feeling like you're on a diet. A small handful can contain a solid amount of potassium, along with magnesium, zinc, and healthy fats that support blood vessels and circulation. When your meals are full of salty snacks, chips, instant noodles, processed meats, sodium builds up in your bloodstream and drags water with it, which is why your feet and hands can start to look puffy. Potassium works like a quiet teammate, helping your kidneys push that extra sodium out through urine. One simple habit: replace one salty packaged snack each day with a mix of unsalted pumpkin seeds and a few nuts. Eat them slowly, really chewing each bite, and follow with a glass of water to support your kidneys in flushing out the excess. Over time, this small swap can make a surprising difference in how tight your skin and shoes feel by evening. Number 7, dried figs. Most people immediately think of bananas when they hear potassium, but dried figs are a secret competitor in the same league. Just a few pieces added to breakfast can noticeably boost your daily intake. Their natural sweetness helps deliver potassium into your cells, while the fiber supports digestion, something that's often sluggish in people who sit a lot or don't drink enough water. Poor digestion and constipation can actually make bloating and swelling feel worse. A nice routine is to soak a few dried figs overnight in water, then eat them in the morning with oatmeal or plain yogurt. The soaking softens them, spreads out their sugar content in the water, and makes them gentler on your stomach. If you're watching your blood sugar, always pair figs with protein or healthy fat like yogurt, nuts, or seeds instead of eating them alone as candy. Number 6, cucumber and parsley combo. On its own, cucumber is famous for being mostly water, but that water is wrapped with minerals and plant compounds that help hydrate your body more intelligently than just chugging plain water. When you combine cucumber with fresh parsley, you get a light, refreshing, potassium-rich duo that many traditional cultures have used to support the kidneys and urinary system. Imagine a simple daily salad: thick cucumber slices, A handful of chopped parsley,
a squeeze of fresh lemon, and a drizzle of olive oil.
Eat this with lunch or as an afternoon plate instead of biscuits or salty crisps.
The high water content helps dilute extra sodium. Potassium encourages your body to release excess fluid.
And the parsley adds a gentle flushing effect.
It's such a small, easy habit, but repeated day after day, it can noticeably reduce that balloon-like feeling in your legs and around your ankles without feeling like you're doing anything extreme. Number 5, lentils. Lentils and other small legumes are one of the most underrated tools for people struggling with swelling and low energy. A cooked cup can deliver a solid dose of potassium along with plant-based protein, iron, and fiber that keep you satisfied for hours. That fullness is important because constant nibbling on salty crackers, instant snacks, and fast food is one of the main reasons sodium creeps higher and higher as the day goes on. When you swap part of your meal for a bowl of lentil soup or a warm lentil salad, you're feeding your body slow, steady minerals instead of empty calories.
Try cooking lentils at home in low-salt vegetable broth with garlic, onion, turmeric, and a splash of olive oil.
Instead of relying on salty, canned versions.
Eaten a few times a week, this kind of meal pattern can support healthier blood pressure, more stable blood sugar, and less evening puffiness around your ankles, fingers, and under your eyes. Number 4, coconut water. Used wisely, pure coconut water can behave like a gentle, natural electrolyte drink.
Especially after a hot day, a light workout, or a particularly salty meal.
It naturally contains potassium, a bit of magnesium, and simple sugars that help your body actually absorb those minerals instead of just flushing them out.
The problem is that many people buy flavored coconut drinks that are basically soda in disguise,
Loaded with extra sugar and additives.
Look instead for 100% pure, unsweetened coconut water and sip a small glass around 200 milliliters between meals, not on top of a heavy plate of food.
That timing helps your body focus on absorbing the electrolytes rather than just diluting your digestion. If you've been told to limit fluids, or you have kidney or heart issues, always check with your doctor first. Even natural electrolytes can be too much in those situations. And you want your plan to be safe as well as helpful. Number 3, baked potatoes with skin.
For years, potatoes have been blamed for weight gain and blood sugar spikes. But when you prepare them the right way, they turn into one of the most accessible potassium sources in your kitchen.
A medium baked potato eaten with the skin gives you a generous serving of potassium plus fiber and vitamin C.
The real trouble usually isn't the potato. It's the mountain of salt, butter, cheese, and processed toppings we pile on top. Instead, think of a swapped potato. Bake it until soft, keep the skin on,
And top it with a drizzle of olive oil, a spoonful of plain yogurt, chopped chives or spring onion,
and maybe a scoop of those lentils we just talked about.
You get a warm, comforting meal that supports your potassium intake instead of sabotaging it with sodium.
Many people notice that when they trade heavily salted fries or chips for baked potatoes like this a few times a week,
Their hands and feet feel less stiff, their rings fit better,
And the marks from socks on their ankles slowly start to fade.
Number 2, dark leafy greens. Spinach, Swiss chard, beet greens, and similar leafy vegetables are some of nature's most concentrated potassium packages.
yet they're often pushed aside on the plate. The secret is in how you prepare them.
Eating them completely raw all the time can sometimes reduce how much potassium you actually absorb.
Because of natural compounds
that bind minerals in the gut.
Lightly steaming, wilting, or quickly sautéing them for just a minute or two
Can help unlock their nutrients without turning them into a soggy mess.
Add a drizzle of olive oil, a squeeze of lemon juice, and a pinch of herbs.
And you're not only boosting flavor, you're also supporting digestion and bile flow, which helps your body use those minerals effectively. Try adding a small side of greens at lunch and dinner several times a week. Stirred into soups, folded into omelets, served next to fish or chicken. Over time, this gentle, consistent increase in potassium can help shift your sodium-potassium ratio in the right direction, which is exactly what you want if you're trying to calm long-term swelling, puffiness around the eyes, or that tight band feeling around your calves. Number 1, avocado.
Creamy, satisfying, and naturally low in sugar, avocado earns the top spot on this list.
One medium avocado contains a hefty amount of potassium, plus heart-healthy fats and fiber that keep you full and energized.
Unlike sweet fruits that can spike blood sugar and then crash, avocado releases its nutrients slowly,
helping to stabilize your energy while your body quietly uses the potassium to help balance fluid levels.
Many older adults avoid avocado because they've been taught to fear fat.
But the type of fat in avocado can actually support hormone balance, brain function, and a healthy appetite.
Try adding half an avocado to your lunch, sliced over whole grain toast, mashed into a bean or lentil salad, or diced on top of those lightly steamed greens.
Sprinkle a tiny pinch of salt, add black pepper or chili flakes, and a squeeze of lemon. And you get a meal that feels rich and indulgent while still working with your body, not against it. Now remember this, swelling is not something to ignore or hide under long clothes and loose socks. Tight shoes, puffy fingers, or a face that looks inflated in the mirror are your body's way of saying that fluid and electrolytes are out of balance. Potassium-rich foods, used wisely and consistently, can become powerful allies. But they're not a replacement for proper medical care. For long-term, slow-building swelling, talk with your doctor about blood tests, medications, and whether increasing potassium-rich whole foods like the ones we've discussed is safe for you, especially if you have kidney or heart conditions. Which of these 8 foods are already in your kitchen? And which one are you going to try first this week? Have you ever experienced swelling so intense that it scared you or kept you awake at night? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might comfort someone who feels alone battling the same problem. If this video helped you understand your body even a little bit better, tap like, share it with a friend or family member struggling with swollen legs, feet, or hands. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll keep bringing you simple, science-based tips to support healthier aging and a lighter, more comfortable body, one small habit at a time.